to find the key. Read a book, you'll see.
There are worlds that the eyes can't see, with furry monsters and kings and queens.
When you play chess with a centipede, it's possible you'll see. With the magic of stories, you can be anything you want to be. Climb a mountain, swim the seas, find a treasure, come with me. You can be anything you want to be. With the magic of stories, you can be anything you want to be. Climb a mountain, swim the seas, find a treasure, come with me. You can be anything you want, anything you want, anything you want to be.
Hello, 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 everybody. Truly, with the magic of stories, you can be anything and everything you want to be. Happy Monday, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to another Spark session here on the Alabang Town Center Facebook page. You're with me. I'm teacher Lesley of Make Believe Productions. Hi there. And thank you so much, guys, for being with me today. So if you are here, please comment your name, your age, and also how you're feeling this Monday. So we're so thrilled to be with you guys for another month, bringing you more Spark sessions, play and recreation activities, really showing us that the creativity and the magic goes on and on and on. And again, we're so happy to do this with our partner, Ayala Malls Alabang Town Center. So happy Monday, guys. Can you tell me how you guys are? So it's 2:54 on my watch, and we will start in 6 minutes. In just a little bit as well, I am going to tell you our theme for the month and also give you a teaser on a couple of activities that you guys can be expecting from your Spark sessions, guys. Isn't it super duper 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 exciting? Hi, oh, Maya Sophia, or is it Maia? I am 4 years old. Hello there, Maya. Thank you so much for joining us. And wow, 4 is, you're not super duper young, but you're not super old either. I think 4 is a nice, median age to be in, right? Thank you so much, Maya, for joining us. Happy Monday to you. How are you feeling today? I hope that you are feeling well. And today we are going to be telling you the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, so I'm giving away the story, and it also gives us a clue as to what our theme for the month of July will be, because I know it's June 29, but we're also looking forward to July, and I will unveil or reveal our theme for the month. Kazumi, I turned 5 years old yesterday. Oh my gosh, Kazumi, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. And Chase is turning 3 years old on July 10. Oh my gosh, that is super duper near. And advanced happy birthday to you, Chase. That's really, really exciting. So maybe we can sing for you next week or next week. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. So Kazumi, 5 years old, that's a great age to be. Can you tell me, how did you celebrate your birthday? Yeah? Hi, I'm Annie, and I'm turning 5 years old in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, so it looks like we're going to be singing the birthday song next week and next next week. Wow. Hi, Annie. Happy, advanced happy birthday. So you have to remind me in 2 weeks that we are going to sing happy birthday for you again. So I hope you stick around and that you join us for more Storytelling Mondays. This is so exciting. So we have, a couple of birthday celebrants. I wonder if there will be more birthday celebrants for July. Oh my gosh, super duper 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 exciting. So guys, again, this is a brand new month. Well, we're looking forward to a brand new month. And I'm so excited to tell you guys more about our upcoming theme. Hi, teacher, I'm Noelle, and you're my favorite storyteller. Oh, Noelle, you're so sweet. I have so much fun whenever I'm here for a Spark session. And whenever I'm sharing stories with you, I really, really look forward to it. Usually, guys, as a grown-up, with lots of matters of consequence, and I'm sure your parents, can relate to this. Mondays are kind of crazy. Coming in from the weekend, there's just so many things to do, and you got to start off the week work-wise and chores-wise, and just make sure you have your to-dos list ready and you're ready to attack the week. But I'm so happy to have this space to really pause and enjoy a wonderful story with you guys. So I'm so happy that you guys are here. So maybe for some of you, maybe for some, you've already started with school. Maybe some schools have resumed already this month. I know some are planning to resume next month, but no matter how your Monday has been, let's just sit down together and savor a wonderful story. So we will start in about 3 minutes, you guys. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, and it's really, really, really exciting, and I cannot wait again to unveil our theme. And because we're telling the story Little Red Riding Hood today, if you guys want to get something red to wear, like for example me, I have a red bonnet, and I also have a scarf which has a little bit of red in it, so I'm putting that on too. Ta-da! So if you want to get a red, something to wear, if you have a red vest or a red jacket or a red cap or a red hat, I'd love for you to wear it, get it and bring it with you. If you have a red shawl, and take a picture of it and upload it. You can upload it in the event page, ATC Live Streams for Kids, so that we can see your pictures there. Or you can also upload it under the hashtags Tiny Townies Create. It's right there on the screen. Why am I looking up? Tiny Townies Create and hashtag Make Believe at Home. I'd love to see you guys, wearing your red attire, because Little Red Riding Hood loves red, and that's why she had a cap or a cape made of red. And in fact, I'm going to share with you the classic fairy tale. Was it really a cape, or was it something else? Oh, really, really exciting. Kazumi said, I had a unicorn rainbow cape, cups, plates, hats, and more. It was the best party ever. Oh my gosh. That sounds absolutely wonderful. In fact, Kazumi, you give me an idea. I think I'd love for us to have a little birthday party of sorts. Here on our Spark sessions, maybe we could have that. Hi, Teacher Nini. Great to see you. We can have a little birthday party. You guys can wear party hats, and we can have candles, and we can sing for all of the celebrants of July. So maybe I'm going to make sure and see one of our students has one of our stories has a birthday party in it, so that we could do that together. Oh my gosh, that would be really, really exciting. Okay, guys, we have about 1 minute left before we start. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. So once again, guys, if you want to pull in something red, okay, it can be a hat, it can be a shawl, it can be a vest, it can be a jacket. You can wear it, and you can send it if you want to post it on the event page of our Spark session. So it's ATC Live Streams for Kids, or if you just want to upload it on Mom's Facebook or Instagram, and upload it under the hashtag Tiny Townies Create and hashtag Make Believe at Home. We will find you. We will search the hashtag and we will find your photos, and we'd love to share them, guys. So please do send them, or maybe photos of you acting out a scene from the story. Oh my gosh, that would be so wonderful, so that we could share it on our pages as well. Hi, Sophie and Stephanie are excited to hear your story today. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining us. And Cynthia. Hello. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining us. So yes, guys, just a quick reminder, grab something red, get into character because our lead character absolutely loves red because red is such a beautiful color, right? It's so vivid. It's so luscious. It reminds us of roses. So yes, pull in something red. I'm going to give you 10 more seconds, but don't worry, I'm not going to count so fast so that you have time. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are you wearing something red? Put on your cap or put on your shawl or put on your jacket or put on your vest and everybody clap your hands. Yay! And say happy Monday. And can you say, I'm happy to be here? All right, everybody. I officially welcome you to our Storytelling Monday, our Spark sessions here on the Alabang Town Center Facebook page. Once again, everybody, my name is Teacher Lesley. No, that is not Teacher Spaghetti, but the sauce of that is also red. I'm Teacher Lesley from Make Believe Productions. And as we begin, guys, we just have 3 ground rules. Can you raise up your 3 fingers, guys? Yes, and flash it. Yeah, back and forth and up and down. Okay, and everybody, can you say rule number 1? Okay, rule number 1, guys, is that this is our time to explore. Yeah, you know it already, guys. This is our time to explore. So I want you guys to act out the story. If you want to bring in props and you want to use it, please feel free to explore because while Teacher Lesley is the active storyteller, you guys are my co-storytellers. And so you guys can really act it out. If you want to jump up and down in your bed, if you want to hide under like a makeshift forest, then you can do that. All right. So rule number 1 is explore. Can you all say, I'm going to explore today? Okay, wonderful job. I believe you. Can you all say rule number 2? Okay, guys, rule number 2 is no matter what, we have to keep creating because we are together via the internet. And sometimes the internet, the connection sometimes gets a little bit tricky. So there might be times that Teacher Lesley freezes or she sounds like this. Or, you know, our image for some reason disappears, right? No problem, guys. Just keep on creating because you have all the tools that you need to create, all right? Teacher Lesley is just here to guide you and to help you, but actually you have your bodies, you have your voices, you have your spirits, and you have your imaginations. So keep on creating, guys. You can act out parts of the story that we had already told before. You can even imagine what's going to happen next, and you can tell me all about it too. And lastly, rule number 3 is the most important rule of all. We are going to have fun. Are you guys ready to have fun? Are you super duper 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 ready to have fun? I can't hear you guys. Super ready to have fun? Okay, I believe you. Well, you guys know the drill. So that we are able to enter into a magical world, we got to sing our song, The Magic of Stories, and I need you guys to sing along with me. So, maestro, music please. Okay, guys, I forget that I'm the maestro. Okay, here we go. Okay. I was like, why isn't it playing? Oh, I didn't press play. Clap your hands. And have you traveled? Have you traveled to crystal seas? Ran on rainbows and swung through trees.
All you need is to find the key.
Read a book.
Read a book, you'll see.
There are worlds
that the eyes can't see.
with furry monsters.
With furry monsters and kings and queens.
Where you play chess.
Where you play chess with a centipede. It's possible you see.
With the magic of stories.
With the magic of the stories. You can be anything you want to
Pretend to be a wolf. Climb a mountain.
Climb a mountain, swim the seas, find a treasure, come with me.
You can be anything.
You can be anything you want to be. With the magic of stories. With our magic of stories. You can be anything you want to be. By the mountains and the seas, my treasure, come with me. You can be anything you want. You can be anything you want. Say it to the person next to you. Anything you want. Anything you want to be.
Yay! Thank you so much, guys, for singing that along with me. And anytime you want to listen to that song is available both on Spotify and on YouTube. You just have to click the Magic of Stories by the Make Believe Magic Makers, and you can sing that anytime, anywhere that you want to enter the magic of stories. All right, guys, so we are about to begin, and I know it's June 29, but we are actually kicking off a brand new month of Spark Sessions, and it's really, really super exciting. I actually gave you a little bit of a teaser about it last week when we told the story Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And so what is our theme for this month? Our theme for this month, guys, I am going to show it to you is, can you count down in 1, 2, 3? Do you guys know who they are? This is our theme for the month. The theme for the month is the Brothers Grimm. There they are. Those are the Brothers Grimm. And so we are going to share with you fairy tales collected by the Brothers Grimm. Now, who are these two guys? Right? I'm going to share with you their names. They are German, and their names are Jacob Ludwig Karl Grimm and Wilhelm Karl Grimm. Wow. And who are they? Actually, we owe a lot to them because they made it their life's mission to really study language. They studied literature. And when they were in university, they really took it upon themselves and they said, we are going to collect different folk tales and different fairy tales that have been told and shared throughout history, whether orally or written. So they really made that their life's work to really, all of these stories that they've been hearing ever since they were young, that were passed down from generation to generation. They would collect these stories and record these stories so that these stories would always be around, so that they would be able, and generations of people would be able to share this to other people. And they were very serious, guys, about their collecting. In fact, they look really serious. I'm going to show you their picture one more time. They look really serious, right? Because they were very serious about their work. And because they did such a good job, they were able to collect over 100, and that 100 became 150 fairy tales, and that 150 became over 200 different fairy tales for us to enjoy. And so for this month, guys, we are going to be sharing with you different Grimm fairy tales. So this week, we start with Little Red Riding Hood. Next week, we have Rapunzel. Oh my gosh, so exciting. And then for the next few weeks, we also will be sharing with you other things like Rumpelstiltskin, the Frog Prince. All right, so it's very, very exciting. So we hope that you guys join us, because also you will have wonderful art activities, and Fridays actually will be fun Fridays in that we'll have different activities. Dancing, we'll have a princess appearance. We will even be having some magic, right? We'll be teaching you some magic and having some outdoor activities based on the different stories that we will be sharing with you. So are you guys excited? If you're excited, can you say, I'm so excited? Hi there, Cassie. Did I say that right, Cassie? Thank you so much for joining us. And I just want to show you the book that I have. Oh my gosh. So here is a complete collection of Grimm's fairy tales that I got from Fully Booked, which is in Alabang Town Center. So if you parents, want to get a copy of this to read to your kids at night, you can get this at Fully Booked. So now we are ready to go to our story for today, guys. And our story actually
in this fairy tale book is number 26. It's tale number 26. And we know this story as, I'm going to show you, we know this story as Little Red Riding Hood, right? But the original title of this is Little Red Cap. So right now, guys, I'm wearing a little red cap, and that's the original title of the story. But then it evolved over time, and it became known as Little Red Riding Hood. So are you guys ready for our story? If you're ready for our story, can you all say once upon a time? Can you guys say it even louder? Can you say once upon a time? One more time, guys, even louder. Once upon a time. So once upon a time, kids, there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her, but most of all by her grandmother. And there was nothing that she would have not given the child. Once she gave her a little cap of red velvet, which suited her so well that she would never wear anything else. So she was also always called Little Red Cap. Can you all say hello, Little Red Cap? Or since we know her as Little Red Riding Hood, can we say, hello, Little Red Riding Hood? So guys, if you're wearing something red, can you all pretend to be Little Red Riding Hood? And so yes, hello everybody. My name is Little Red Riding Hood, or Little Red Cap. And this is a little cap that was given to me by my grandmother. And look, doesn't red look super nice on me, kids? And I love this cap so much that I want to wear it every single day. And whenever I wear it, I always remember about my grandmother who gave this to me because she loves me so much. Do you guys have that? Do you have any object that was given to you and it reminds you of the person? Like maybe a gift given to you by your mom or dad? Or did your grandmother or grandfather give you something so that maybe like a stuffed toy, every time you see it, it reminds you of them? Well, you can comment that in the comment section, but for me, it is my little red cap and I love it so much. All right, guys, so we can see that Little Red Riding Hood really loved her red cap and she loved her grandmother so much. But one day, kids, her mother called her and said, Little Red Cap, Little Red Cap. And she said, oh, yes, Mom. Well, come here, Little Red Cap. Here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine and take them to your grandmother. And she said, oh my goodness, I get to visit my grandmother. I'm so happy. I'd love to bring her the cake and I'd love to bring her the wine. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, kids, I'm sure that, when this quarantine is over, you guys are going to be so excited to visit your loved ones as well. So can we pretend to be excited? I'm so excited. And she said, oh, your grandmother, Little Red Cap, will be so happy to see you because she is ill and weak. She's not feeling very well. And these treats will do her good. Now, make sure to set up before it gets hot. And when you are going, walk nicely and quietly and do not run off the path. And so she said, oh no, grandmother is sick. She's not feeling very well. Well, all right, I'm going to keep her company, Mom. That makes me even more excited to visit her because I'm going to bring her the treats, but also I'm going to cheer her up because I know that when somebody isn't feeling well, it makes them feel very sad. So I'm excited to be with her and maybe I can sing for her and I'm going to make her smile and I'm going to make her some tea. All right, do you guys like to take care of your loved ones when they're not feeling well or they're sick? Can you also comment, guys, how you like to take care of your loved ones and how you like to make them feel better when they are sick? Now, kids, so the mother gave her all the treats and reminded her, remember, Red Riding Hood, where you are going, please do not run off the path. Do not run off the path. And most importantly, Red Riding Hood, do not talk to strangers. Kids, can you say that with me? Can you say, do not talk to strangers? That is so important. Can you say that even louder? Do not talk to strangers. Because you need to stay safe, Red Riding Hood, and you need to get to your mother, to your grandmother, as quickly as possible. All right, kids, do you remember what the mother said? Do not stray off the path was the first thing, and the second was do not talk to strangers. Can we remind Red Riding Hood again and say, do not stray off the path, and number 2, do not talk to strangers. Kids, just so that is super duper 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 clear, can we say that again? Do not stray off the path and do not talk to strangers. And Little Red Riding Hood said, all right, I know, Mom. I promise you that I'm going to be safe. I am not going to, number 1, stray off the path, and number 2, I promise you that I am not going to talk to strangers. In fact, can we say that, kids? I promise not to stray off the path, and I promise not to talk to strangers. I promise, Mom, you don't have to worry about me. Bye-bye. Oh, Red Riding Hood, you have to promise me. I promise, Mom, don't worry. I'm going to go to grandmother and I'm going to be safe. And so, kids, Red Riding Hood went on her way, promising her mother that she was going to take care. And so, kids, Red Riding Hood marched merrily along the forest. Can you guys pretend to march? And march, 2, 3, 4, and march, 2, 3, 4, and walk, guys. Make sure, guys, that you are walking down the path. All right, and march, 2, 3, 4, and march, 2, 3, 4. So she kept on walking, and in the beginning, kids, she was very, very good because she was just walking along the path. There were a lot of interesting things to see, like different vines and different plants, but generally, kids, she just stayed along the path. So she was being a good girl. All right, so guys, can you keep on walking? And walk. And walk. Good job. And walk. And maybe she also was like feeling really happy, so she was humming a song. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Oh my, what a wonderful day. And she was walking and walking and walking and walking until, kids, there was somebody that came along in the path. And do you know who I'm talking about, guys? Do you know who it was that came along the path? Can you guess who it is, guys? Who came along the path? It was a wolf. There it is, kids. And Little Red Riding Hood did not know what a wicked creature he was and was not at all afraid of him. And so she was just saying to herself, oh, it is a furry creature. That is absolutely wonderful. And the wolf said, good day, Little Red Cap. Can you all say that, kids, just like the wolf? Good day, Little Red Cap. And Little Red Riding Hood said, oh, good day to you too, Talking Wolf. And the wolf said, but where are you going, Little Red Cap? And kids, do you think she should answer? Should she answer the wolf and answer, the question, where is she going? Who says yes? And who says no? Red Riding Hood answered the question. She said, oh, well, kindly wolf, I am going to go to my grandmother's house. And the wolf asked, oh, you're going to your grandmother's house. Where is your grandmother's house? Uh-oh, kids. Should she answer the question and tell the wolf where her grandmother's house was? Who says yes? And who says no? Oh my goodness, kids. Little Red answered the question. She said, oh, my grandmother's house is really just down the lane, past the brook, over that little rolling hill. Then you will see her cottage, and it stands all alone. You won't be able to miss it. And the wolf said, ah, and Red Riding Hood, what have you got there in your apron? Oh, I have some cake and wine because yesterday was baking day and my poor sick grandmother needs to have something good to make her stronger. And So the wolf said, "Aha! Now I know where she lives." And so he said, "Oh, Red Riding Hood, I have a little idea. Why don't you go and pick some flowers for your grandmother to bring with a cake and wine? I'm sure that will cheer her up." What do you think, kids? Should Red Riding Hood pick some flowers? Should she stray from the path and pick some flowers like the wolf said? Oh my goodness, kids. Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, that's a wonderful idea. I think that I am going to pick some flowers for her." So, oh no, kids, Red Riding Hood went off the path and she went to pick some flowers. Oh my goodness. And in the meantime, guys, the wolf was happy. Let's pretend that this is the wolf. Well, it has sharp teeth just like the wolf, and the wolf was like, "What a gullible little girl. Now I know exactly where her grandmother lives, and I know where to go, and I know that she is on the way there, so I know that I can eat her grandmother, and I know that I can eat her." What a tender young creature that is picking flowers. What a nice plump mouthful. I will eat the old woman and then I will eat her. But what I really want to do is I really want to eat Red Riding Hood because she is young and she is plump and will be quite delicious. Oh no, kids. So Red Riding Hood had done two things that she wasn't supposed to do. She talked to strangers, she told them exactly where she was going, and she strayed off the path to pick some flowers for her grandmother when she was supposed to go straight home. Oh no, guys, I can see all of your reactions. You're all saying, "No, no," and you're putting your hands over your faces like, "No!" Can we all say Red Riding Hood, no? Oh my gosh, and you're saying, "OMG, I know, guys, because what was she thinking, right?" But sometimes people get distracted because you see a cute wolf and then you see flowers. So it's a reminder for all of us kids that if we need to go somewhere from point A to point B, we should just go there straight and do not talk to strangers. If our parents tell us, we have to listen. OMG, guys. So Red Riding Hood went to pick some flowers and she was so happy and she said, "Oh, it's okay if I stray off the path for just a little while because it's still quite early. So if I stray off the path to pick some quick flowers and I go to my grandma's house, it really won't be any problem because I won't be super duper duper late. I'm just going to be a little late and it's all going to be okay. And what's great is I am going to have flowers for her besides the cake and wine, and she's gonna be really, really happy. It's gonna be okay, right, kids? It's gonna be a-okay." Oh my gosh, kids, is it really going to be a-okay? Well, guys, what happened next was that this big bad wolf, again, I want you to pretend that this is a big bad wolf. If you have a stuffed toy, you can also pretend that it's the big bad wolf, then said, "Ha ha ha, while she is picking the flowers, I will go ahead down the lane, over the hill, past the brook, by the oak trees, and aha, I see the cottage of her grandmother." Oh my goodness, kids. And in the cottage, the grandmother was there, just lying down in her bed, feeling very, very sick. When all of a sudden, kids, the wolf came and he said, "Shh, kids, don't tell. I am going to knock on her door and I'm going to pretend to be Red Riding Hood. And you can't stop me." Oh no, guys. So, kids, the wolf knocked on the door. Can you all pretend to give me a knock? Ready? And the grandmother, "Oh, dear me, I have a visitor. Could it possibly be my beautiful granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood, that kids come here to comfort me? Who do you think is there, kids? By the door, is it my beautiful granddaughter who I made a little red cap for? I probably should let her in, right, kids? And kids, the wolf knocked one more time. Can you knock? It does sound like her because it is a very lively knock, and my little Red Riding Hood has a lot of energy, so I should let her in. Who's there? Oh, 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 it's me, Little Red Riding Hood, Granny. Let me in. Oh, I should let her in, but, Little Red Riding Hood, your voice sounds a little different, right, kid? I know that I'm a little sick and perhaps I have some bubbles in my ear, but is it really you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It is me, Granny. Let me in. Oh, of course. Oh, silly me, kids. It really is my granddaughter, right? I should let her in, right? And all right, my granddaughter, all you have to do is lift the lock, then lift the latch, and you can come in by yourself. I know it's a little bit heavy, but all you have to do to lift the latch is to spin it around twice. That's the secret code, and then you could lift the latch. Aha! Secret code, lift the latch. Oh my goodness, kids. The big bad wolf entered and swallowed poor Granny up. And guys, do you know what happened next? Well, the big bad wolf wrapped himself up in what Granny was wearing, and he pretended to be her. And he said, I'm going to wait for that Red Riding Hood. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Oh my, what a wonderful day. Oh my goodness, kids. That was not nice. Oh no, guys, how are we gonna warn Red Riding Hood when she is, just picking flowers on the side? So kids, Red Riding Hood was continuing to pick her flowers until eventually she realized, oh, I've been taking so much time. I should gather all of these flowers and I should make my way and go to Granny's cottage. But I'm still early, no problem at all. And so, kids, Red Riding Hood started walking. Walk, walk, walk. And walk, walk, walk. Walk, walk, walk. Guys, can you pretend to walk, walk, walk? Oh my gosh, I know. Walk, walk, walk. Can you guys pretend? And walk, walk, walk. And she was really, really happy. And she was thinking to herself, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Oh my, what a wonderful day. And kids, she walked over the stream, past the oak trees, over the little hill, till finally, kids, she was right by the cottage. She did not realize, though, that there was somebody else who was there. All right. And so she went closer and closer and closer to the cottage. And she was surprised, kids, that when she reached the cottage, she said, oh my goodness, why is the door open? I wonder. All right, well, maybe Granny wanted some fresh air. So, all right, I'm just going to go inside. And she called out, Granny, Granny, Granny. And kids, when she entered the inside of the cottage, she said, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, how uneasy I feel today, kids. I have this strange feeling in the pit of my stomach that something is not quite right. Is there something that's wrong? Granny, Granny. Kids, I'm having that weird feeling in my tummy. Should I just, look for Granny, or should I come back? Or what do you think, guys? Oh, kids, we're going to discover that a lot of times when you have that, that gnawing feeling in your tummy and your gut is telling you that something is wrong, a lot of times, kids, something is wrong. Now, kids, the big bad wolf again was dressed in the attire of Granny and said, "Oh, little Red. Yes, Granny. Why does she sound so different? Oh, little Red. Oh, it's really because I have a bad cold. Well, true. But you can come closer. Don't worry, come closer." Oh, should I come closer, kids? My Granny sounds really, really strange. I suppose she must be very, very, very ill, and she must not be feeling very, very well. So I really have to come to her comfort, and I have to come to her aid, and I have to cheer her up. "Okay, Granny, I'm coming. I'm coming to your bedroom. I'm coming." And there, kids, lying with the disguise of her grandmother, was the big bad wolf. And the big bad wolf said, "Oh, come close. Come closer, my child." And Red Riding Hood said, "Oh, Granny, what big ears you have. I don't remember your ears being that big." "Oh, these ears of mine? The better to hear you with, my child." "Oh, I see. But, grandmother, what big eyes you have. I never realized, grandmother, your eyes were super duper 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 big." "Oh, dear child, the better to see you with." "Oh, my goodness. And grandmother, what large hands you have. Oh, the better to hug you with, my dear." Oh my goodness, kids. It's a little bit alarming, right? But it really then is a fairy tale to show us that we always have to be very careful. And the last thing, kids, that Red Riding Hood had asked was, "Oh, but Granny, what big teeth you have." And oh my gosh, the wolf said, "The better to eat you with." Guys, what do you think happened next? Oh my gosh, it is a little bit scary, but don't worry, guys. This is just a story, and it's just a reminder for us never, ever, 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 ever to talk to strangers. But don't worry, there's going to be a happy ending, as we know, with all of our fairy tales. So, guys, yeah. And so, guys, the wolf swallowed Red Riding Hood, and so they were just inside his tummy, and he was like, zippity doo dah, zippity day. Oh my, what a wonderful day! I'm so full. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's cute, right? I really used a cute stuffed toy for this story. So guys, but they were inside. And guys, can we all ask for help for Red Riding Hood and Granny? Can everybody say, "Somebody, please help Granny"? And "Somebody, please help Red Riding Hood"? Can you guys say that louder? "Somebody, please help Granny." And "Somebody, please help Red Riding Hood." And the great thing is, guys, is that great fairy tales also remind us that even if there are some bad villains in the fairy tales, there is always someone who will come along to help. That's okay. It's all right, guys, because again, our favorite fairy tales remind us that no matter how bad the villain, there will always be someone to help. Can we say that? No matter how bad the villain, there will always be someone to help. Say it again, guys. No matter how bad the villain, there will always be someone to help. So can we call that again and say, "Help"? One more time, guys, say, "Help." Guys, there was somebody who felt that something was very, very, very wrong, and it was the huntsman. Wow, guys, Huntsman actually is a character that comes out in a lot of Grimm fairy tales. And the huntsman went inside the cottage and said, I feel that something is not quite right. And he saw the wolf dressed up in Granny's clothes, and he said, Wolf, I know what you have been up to, and I'm gonna get you. And the wolf was, no! But the huntsman chased after him, no! I'm gonna keep Granny and Red Riding Hood inside my tummy. No! Kids, can you pretend to be the huntsman and say, I'm gonna get you? Can you say that even louder, guys? Can you say, I'm gonna get you? No! But kids, the huntsman was able to capture the wolf, and using his axe, he was able to free Granny and was able to free Red Riding Hood. And what he did was he was put rocks in the tummy of the wolf so that he would be punished. And the wolf said, oh, huntsman, I learned my lesson. It's not fun to have rocks inside my tummy. You beat me. Guys, give yourselves a round of applause because of you and because of your help. Oh my gosh, the huntsman was able to come to the rescue. So let's see them, guys. There's the huntsman and the granny and Red Riding Hood all set free. Yay! And so Red Riding Hood said, Huntsman, thank you so much for saving me and my granny. And the granny said, I know next time if somebody knocks on the door, I am not just going to trust that it is my granddaughter. I will always check to make sure. And Little Red Riding Hood said, I've also learned my lesson too, Granny, and I've learned my lesson too, Huntsman. I will always follow what my parents say. I'm never going to stray the path, and I'm never going to talk to strangers. I will always trust my parents because when they tell me something, it's really for my safety. Do you realize that, guys? This story is a reminder for us. Sometimes, our parents will tell us, don't do that, or it's safer if you don't do that. But you guys have to realize that it's really for your safety. And if your parents, tell you not to do something, it's really because they want to keep you safe. So, guys, will we always listen to our parents? All right? And not stray off the path and never talk to strangers. All right? We have to keep ourselves safe by always listening to what our parents tell us. But kids, our story is not yet done. Oh my gosh. So for a lot of us, we know that in the Disney rendition and in other renditions, the story ends there. But actually, I'm going to share with you, there is a whole part here in the Grimm fairy tale that we might not be familiar with. Do you guys want to hear the rest of the story? Do you? Okay, guys. Now, it happened once again when Little Red Riding Hood was on her way to visit her grandmother. All right? So, kids, can you pretend to be Red Riding Hood again and walk and walk and walk through the forest in zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Oh my, what a wonderful day. And she said, kids, you know what? This is going to be wonderful because I'm just going to go straight down the path and I'm not going to talk to strangers. And if that wolf tries to talk to me, I am not going to talk to him. If this happens, I'm just going to run away and that's not ever going to happen. And I'm not going to stop to pick flowers. I am just going to go straight down the path and go to my grandmother's house. Now, kids, that's exactly what Red Riding Hood did. But the wolf said, ha ha! I want my revenge. It was no fun that the huntsman put rocks in my tummy as a punishment for me swallowing up Granny and Red Riding Hood. I'm gonna get her! And Little Red Riding Hood, while she was walking down the path, she saw that the wolf was going close and she said, oh no, I have to go faster. Kids, can you run? And the wolf said, I'm gonna get her. No! But because Red Riding Hood didn't stray from the path, she just went and she was able to go in, and she and her grandmother locked the door. I wasn't able to get her. And the grandmother said, do not worry, you're safely inside. We're going to lock the door, we're going to lock the windows, and we're not going to let anybody in. All right, but the wolf said, open the door. I am just a friend. I have come and bring you delicious cake and wine. Open the door. I know that you both are in there. Now, kids, Granny and Red Riding had learned their lesson, and they said, shh, no, we're not going to open the door. We're not going to open the window. Knock, knock, knock. I am just a friend. Again, I have some cake and some wine for you. Open the door. But the grandmother and Red Riding Hood said, nah, we are not going to open the door. We are not going to open the door. Shh. And the wolf said, fine, if you don't want to open the door, I am just going to stay out here and I'm going to wait. I am going to wait behind a tree. And when it's time for Red Riding Hood to go home, I'm going to pounce and I'm going to eat her. And so the wolf tried to trick them and said, okay, if you don't want to open the door, I'm going to go home now. Bye-bye. And the wolf hid behind a tree near the cottage, thinking that when it was time for Red Riding Hood to go home, he was going to pounce and he was going to try to swallow her and get her all over again. Oh my goodness. But inside the cottage, Red Riding Hood and her granny were thinking, we're sure that the wolf is still there waiting for me, right? Oh my goodness. What do I do, Granny? I need to go home to my mother, but I think that the wolf is waiting outside for me. What should I do, Granny? What should I do? Kids, do you have any ideas? Because I could stay here, of course, in my granny's house, but I have to get home eventually. But if I go outside, I think the wolf will be waiting for me, ready to pounce on me, and I don't want it to get me. What are your ideas, kids? Can you comment down below and tell me what your ideas are? Because I do have to get home. I do have to get home, but we can't let the wolf get me. And Granny was very, very wise at this time, and she said, oh, Red, I think I know what to do. We need to be able to trick the wolf. Aha! I made some sausages yesterday, and I used hot boiling water to cook the sausages. I know what we can do. We should get the hot boiling water and then we should put it in the trough. That is a trough, kids. It's something that usually is outside of houses, used to feed animals of the forest. Let's put all of the hot boiling water there. And he will be so tempted by the smell of the sausages that were boiled in the water that he will come closer to that. And then we will try to trick him. So kids, that's what Granny and Red Riding Hood did. They took the hot boiling water that was used to cook the sausages and they poured it all into that trough that was outside of the cottage. So they very quietly and carefully took the boiling water and put it all there. Can you pretend, kids, that you're pouring hot boiling water into a trough and go whoosh, one more time and whoosh, one more time and whoosh. And so, kids, they finished and they were right because the wolf smelled the sausages. Oh, that smells so good. And he went out from his hiding place and he went closer and closer and closer to the trough. And he said, wow, that smells so good. Why does it smell so good? And he leaned over to the hot boiling water and he fell kids, the wolf fell into the trough in the hot boiling water. And so the granny and Red Riding Hood were able to outsmart the wolf because, it's so hot! My bum is burning! So he jumped out of the trough and away he went. And he never, ever, 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 ever bothered Granny and Red Riding Hood ever again. Oh my gosh, what a story! Full of excitement and adventure and a lot of, it was really, really hot. So you can imagine it just like the cartoons, right? When he fell into it and his bum must have gone really, really red. And then he jumped out and he's like, ah! And then he knew that Red Riding Hood and Granny were too smart for him. So he never came back and he never went back to bother Red Riding Hood and Grandma ever again. All because of the hot boiling water that was used to cook the sausages. Can you say it with me? And so Granny and Red Riding Hood and Mother were always very, very careful. Red Riding Hood was more mindful of her walks through the forest, and Granny was always mindful of who would knock on the door, and they were never, ever, 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 ever bothered by the big bad wolf ever again. And actually, the big bad wolf is going to transfer to a different fairy tale that we're going to tell you next time. And this is the 3 Little Pigs. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed the story. Again, you can comment there for your lessons and what it taught you. But basically, it reminds us that number 1, do not stray off the path. Number 2, let's listen to our parents and never talk to strangers. And number 3, help will always come no matter how bad the villains are. So let's remember that. That's a lesson in fairy tales, but it's a lesson also in life, kids. I think that's why I love fairy tales so much, because it reminds us no matter how big the problem and no matter how evil the villain, there always is a way to defeat it. Right, guys? And that's what our fairy tales will remind us for this entire month of July as we celebrate the Grimm fairy tales, that no matter how bad the villain, no matter how big the problem, someone will always come to help and we can always defeat the villain or the big problem. Right, guys? Okay, so thank you so much. I want to thank you so much, guys. I had so much fun sharing that story with you, the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Once again, guys, if you want to share with me pictures of you wearing red or acting out parts of the story, if you have your own stuffed toy that you want to pretend was the big bad wolf and dress them up as the granny in a shawl, please upload in the ATC live streams event page. You can also upload it under the hashtags TinyTowniesCreate. I'm going to show you our hashtags and hashtag Make Believe at Home. We'd love to see your pictures there. And guys, please stay tuned. We have Drawing a Forest with Teacher Nini on Wednesday, and we have Zippity Doodah Dancing with Teacher Mika on Friday. For the next weeks, just so that I give you guys a teaser of other fairy tales you can expect, we have Rapunzel, we have the 3 Little Pigs, we have Rumpelstiltskin, and we also have the Frog Prince, which we know nowadays as the Princess and the Frog. Oh my gosh, so exciting. My name is Teacher Lesley. So I want to thank you so much, guys, again for joining us. And as we say goodbye, can we sing our song together? The Magic of Stories. Let's sing it with feelings, knowing that we defeat the big bad wolf. Let's sing it, guys.
Have you traveled to crystal seas, ran on rainbows and swung through trees? All you need is to find the key. Read a book. Read a book, you'll see. There are worlds that the eyes can't see. With fairy monsters and kings and queens. Where you play chess. Where you play chess with a centerpiece. It's possible. It's possible, you see. With the magic with the magic of stories. You can be anything you want to be. Climb a mountain, swim the seas, find a treasure, come with me. You can be anything you want to be. We be a tree in the forest. With a magic of stories. You can be anything. You can be anything you want to be. Like a mountain, swim the seas, find a treasure, come with me. You can be anything. You can be anything you want. Anything you want. Anything you want. Anything you want to be.
Yay! So once again, guys, thank you so much. Please stay tuned on Wednesday and Friday for more Red Riding Hood themed activities. Please also, click that you're going to the ATC live streams for kids event page so that you can see all of the announcements there. If you haven't yet, please make sure that you've followed Alabang Town Center both on Facebook and Instagram. And just stay tuned for all of our different announcements and activities. And also, we'd like to invite you to please be a magic seeker. Join the Make Believe Tribe by following us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, and also on TikTok, where we strive to bring you bite-sized pieces of the magic. If you want to duet with us on Magic of Stories, you could do that on TikTok, and we'd love to see your TikTok duets of the Magic of Stories. So once again, guys, thank you so much. Happy Monday, and keep believing in the magic. See you soon. Bye.